Today we are ranking some of the most dominant Doomstacks in Warhammer 2. This tier list is decades in the making and is indisputably the realest tier list in the world. And before we get started, my opinion is the ultimate and only opinion, and you will be imprisoned for speaking or even thinking about an opinion other than mine. Wonderful, now that we've cleared that up, let's get started with the Steamtanks. Steamtanks are no doubt the steamiest unit in the game. Sure, you have an alright cannonball ability, but do I look like a pirate? No. What I really care about is their melee ability, where they ram into things like a giant Roomba. There is no Doomstack that I would rather use than the Steamtank, which is why I will be giving them the D tier. Unfortunately, the carbon emission on these things are just way too high. Hashtag get with it. Hashtag saving the planet. Okay, next up we're taking a look at the body positive bloated corpses. Bloated corpses can only be used in the single file line formation, followed by only allowing them to attack a single unit at a time. This Doomstack definitely isn't winning any battles, but boy will the enemy be confused. B tier for the Bloatomic Bomba. Now I want to talk about the Rock Doomstack, and I'll start by talking about Disney's 2005 hit film, The Fantastic Four. If you remember this movie, then you remember The Thing. The rogue idol is The Thing. He even goes, "It's clobbering time," and does the big clap. Now I may have just confused him a little bit with the Hulk, but you get what I'm talking about. C tier for copyright infringement. Next up we have the Weight Watchers. The Weight Watchers couldn't even stand up to the army we put them against. F tier. They're not that guy. But this next unit is that guy. The gyro bombers are short people in big helicopters invading foreign land. Hell, if there was oil in this game, you could just call this Doomstack the America Simulator. You should start every battle by calling in a strafing run and quickly follow it up by blasting some fortunate son, grabbing a cheeseburger, and saluting the flag, because goddamn, this unit is made by Americans for Americans. Hell yeah, brother. A tier for America. The Zombie Doomstack. Regular zombies are boring, but zombies with 3 tons of nitro shoved up the chute, they know how to run through a front line better than a linebacker on Coca-Cola. No one is running from the zombies, not even 20 steam tanks that the UN called in to peacefully resolve the situation. Z tier for the zombie. War Mammoths. These units are essentially hairy elephants. S tier, that's all you need to know. Stegodons. I have no clue whether it's an O or an A that goes right here, but I do know that this 50 caliber bolt tears through every unit over there. Whether it's walls, towers, or people demanding more human rights in your nation, the Stegodons do it all. Call today at 1-800 S tier. This is the most versatile Doomstack around. The next unit is Moron Ghouls, but what they should really be called is Moron Ghouls. The only reason you should use this Doomstack is to remind you to use the necrofex colossus. You know what? They're not even getting a ranking. They're just going straight into the trash. The necrofex colossus Doomstack. This is the coolest Doomstack in the game, hands down. And they are also the only disqualified Doomstack in the game, hands down, because they were birthing zombies on the battlefield. The Hellstorm rocket batteries, or as I call them, HR. You don't want HR to get involved because they will crater the offender with nuclear missiles, not wasting any time on preposterous notions such as accuracy. I bet you could take out a whole village of uncoop. I mean, an army of bad guys. Thumbs up. What are we doing again? A tier for absolutely no collateral damage at all. Let's keep it moving. Warp fire throwers. You can warp fire throw me out of a window before I ever use this Doomstack. B tier. Let's make it happen. Rattling guns. This unit makes me feel like I'm playing a game of lethal laser tag. D tier. I hate laser tag. Matrix 4. It's a very bad movie. They shouldn't have made it. F tier. And to be absolutely clear, Keanu Reeves is whatever our highest tier is. The ancient Megatron Engine of the Gods Doomstack. These are dinosaurs that harness the power of the Hammer of Dawn from Gears of War. Unfortunately, the cooldown on this ability is about 20 years though. C tier. You gotta be faster than that. Next up we have the Luminarch of Hysh. Have you ever wanted to just kill a single monstrous unit and absolutely no one else? Then do just that using the Luminarch of Hysh. I rank them the better than Matrix 4 tier. Now let's talk about Star Dragons. Star Dragons are the best dragons you can get on the High Elves roster. They tear apart infantry, they tear apart elite anti-large Doomstacks, and they are unbothered by barrages of artillery. D tier. Their special ability is throwing up on people, and I find that very gross. The Peasant Mob Doomstack. Now this is the greatest warrior in gaming history. They're all dripped up in that Gucci cloth, and when they do make contact with their enemies, they spontaneously combust in a nuclear proportion like a gamer when touched by a woman. A tier for the peasants. Feral Carnosaurs, organ guns, or a Oregon guns. Oregon Trail was a great game, S tier for Oregon Trail. The War Hydra Doomstack. I love War Hydras because they spin around and kill everyone while harnessing the power of the Dragon's Breath ability like a dragon. They can also throw a guy up into the air like a hibachi chef, and I love hibachi. B tier for the War Hydras, as in because I can't do two S tiers back to back. The Chameleon Skink Doomstack. Hang on, where'd I put those guys? Where'd they go? Exactly, S tier for the Chameleons. The Doomwheel Doomstack of Doom. The Doomwheel is a combat hybrid specialist and works off of eco-friendly labor bound by the duration of their life, maybe or maybe not by choice, but that's not the point though. The point is, this unit is okay, but what truly makes them awesome is pitting them against another Doomwheel Doomstack, because at this point you are essentially playing a game of lethal bumper cars, and I love bumper cars. D tier, as in I still don't want to use this Doomstack. Warp Lightning Cannons. Lightning cannons are your run-of-the-mill fancy cannon. Just aim, fire, and then step back and put on some glasses, because this shit is bright. This is no cap, no lie, all truth, definitely a war crime, and for this reason I'm giving Warp Lightning Fire Wheel Cannons the God tier. Now go watch this video where we take all these Doomstack units and accidentally make one Mega Doomstack by using a random unit mod.